Okay, let's take a look at mixing a load of feed. So we're going to select Mix New Load right on the main menu. And then from here we'll get our scale indicator and the mix window. So we can choose our ration to mix from our ration list. This is obviously an old ration list. So let's go for 8H. From there it will autofill the target quantity with either the total needed if it's under the truck capacity, or it will limit it out at whatever your truck can hold. So if your truck can only hold 14,000 pounds and there's more than 14,000 pounds, we'll have to be conscious of that and make sure that we're not going to mess ourselves up. This is a perfect situation. So the total needed for the rest of the day based on the cattle count and the bunk call for that pen is 14,831 pounds. The total capacity for a truck with the ration 8H is only 14,000 pounds. So if you want, you can try and throw that extra 800 pounds into that truck, or we can override this and just say we want to make a whatever 8,000 pound load. So that's going to leave us with like 6,000 pounds, a little over 6,000 pounds in the next load. So that kind of breaks it up. That way we're not making an 831 pound load of feed, or we're not spilling over the top of the truck. This truck, I know for sure that it can handle 16,000 pounds. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to say total needed for the rest of that pass. So once I've selected the target quantity in the ration, I can go down here, and the ration currently on the truck, so by default it's going to say the truck is empty and the scale will be zeroed when you hit OK. What that's going to do is look at your scale, and if there's any feed left on the truck, it'll redistribute that feed, or it will say that there is feed left on the truck and it's actually ration whatever it is and the amount of feed. So if you know the ration left on the truck and the amount, you can enter that. 9 times out of 10 it's just going to be empty, and go ahead and mix your load. The load identifier, we don't have to worry about that. That's just a unique identifier, so we can find the load sometime in the future and be able to look back and identify that load. This current location I have set up as multiple passes, 2 passes. So this is our second pass of feed. So our first pass is done, we're moving on to the next pass. So once we have our ration and our target quantity entered, we can hit OK. So right here you'll see our list of ingredients, the target and the actual. So right here is the scale indicator. It's minus 12,276 pounds. So I'm going to start adding rolled grain. And as I do that, you'll see that the weight goes up in the small box here. And then on the large scale indicator, this is counting down. It'll count down to 0. When I get to 0, we're just going to hit record weight down here. Okay, that's close enough, so I'm going to hit record weight. And it automatically jumps down to the heifer supplement. So I'm going to start entering my supplement now. So if I stop right here, I can hit record weight, and I know that I'm still 35 pounds light. So if I want to bump that auger one more time, okay, I've got way too much in there, but good enough. I'm going to record it because that's what actually happened. So you can see that I can hit record weight as many times as I want. The point being is that we recorded what actually happened, so it can be billed out properly, and everything is good. This turned red because we went over our 3% tolerance that's allowed. Just so if there's any issues or we need to look back on something, we can see that something happened, and whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, at least we know. And we can go ahead and add our water. And straw. in our silage. And that's what it takes to mix up a load of feed. Next video we'll go for delivering feed.